Hi there, my name is Ryan Gosset. I'm the owner of the Pinnacle Team at Compass here in Chicago, and I'm a residential real estate broker. And today what I want to talk about is the real estate broker or agent's role in the relationship with the client, whether the client is a seller or a buyer or both. What many people don't understand is that the agent is there to support them and communicate what is happening in a potential deal with you, the client, and help you make decisions that best suit you in the opportunity or in the transaction. What I see all too often out there, especially when I'm dealing with newer agents or agents that haven't had that much experience, they see themselves as the hero for their client and they think they know better than the client. And therefore, in a conversation, when we're talking about a deal that, what would make a deal come together, they're making decisions on behalf of their client and their intentions are good. They really want to protect their client's best interest, but they don't realize that, first of all, they should never be making decisions on behalf of their client without talking to their client first. And sometimes those decisions are hurting their client and costing them either opportunities or dollars or both. What does this look like in real practice? If you have let's say that you're thinking about selling your house and your agent is showing the home for you, and someone comes through the home and they start asking questions about you to the agent. And by the way, this happens all the time. Buyers will come into a listing and they might ask me a simple question like, why is your client moving? The only thing that the listing agents would say is because they have life opportunities, they're taking them to a different house. The buyer does not need to know any specifics about the seller's situation unless the seller has specifically instructed the agent to share that information with the buyer. And all the time, I see agents answering those questions. And I know that they're not checking with their client first. And oftentimes they are revealing information that could hurt the seller down the line in a negotiation. Just this morning, as the listing agent, I was talking to a buyer's agent whose clients are interested in buying this home that I have listed, and they're trying to figure out their finances and how they are going to have enough money to both buy the home and make the improvements that they want to make. I had suggested some solutions that the buyer's agent had admitted that she was not familiar with those solutions. I could also tell that she was starting to feel at a disadvantage, like I knew more than she did, which is absolutely true. I do know more than she does. She was starting to get embarrassed and she was shutting the ideas down. What she should have done is just said, hey Ryan, I'm not familiar with this situation you're referring to. What I'd like to do is take this information to my clients, let them process the information. If they have interest in learning more, I'll get back to you. That would have been the right way to handle the situation. But instead, what she did was double down on her ignorance, and she started to defend a position that did not need to be defended. And now I'm concerned that that information is not going to make it to her clients, the buyers, and they're never going to be aware of these solutions. What is the bottom line? When you are choosing a real estate broker to represent you in either a sale or a purchase or both, you want to make sure that they have a high level of self-awareness and the right level of humility to admit when they don't know, when they're not familiar with the information that's being presented to them, or if there's something consequential that's being presented to them that they should really be bringing to you so that you can make a decision, you need to have faith that they are doing that they are bringing that information to you, posing the opportunity to you, and letting you make the decision in whatever the situation is. This is of key importance, especially in a competitive market, whether you're a seller or a buyer. If you have any questions or concerns about how to get to this information with someone you're speaking with, please reach out to me. And if you happen to be in Chicago, I'd love the opportunity to work with you on these transactions, again, whether they're purchases or sales. Look forward to hearing from you. Ryan Gosset. I own the Pinnacle Team at Compass. Look forward to talking soon.